On being true to one's nature in a world full of harsh judgment. A friend with vast potential sent me a long voice message wrestling with the paradox of being truthful to himself versus others. In particular, how honesty is often unwelcome because people prefer comforting lies or their own versions of truth, which can lead to isolation for valuing truth in a world that mostly rejects it. By the way, like, comment, and share every video. Engagement signals are crucial for visibility on YouTube. Now, I told him that he will attract those who value truth over lies and distortions. Your inner frequency rises the more you stick to the truth instead of playing others' games. People often evade reality because reality can be harsh. Most people prefer comfortable illusions over painful honesty. Yet the hard truth is what everyone needs to improve in any area. Now, where he said he has a strong desire to connect with his higher self or inner light, but a simultaneous frustration at social rejection at the cost of authenticity, I said that being my true nature at long last is very freeing. Of course, I have to use discretion because some will just think I'm insane, lol. Fortunately, more are awakening to things that 10 years ago would have been just thought as pure insanity. This includes paranormal powers, alien life forms here on this planet, Bashar's hybridization agenda, and people see their own truth, which becomes their reality. Reality is what makes what one makes of things, really, how one reacts to events. So when you change your perception, you change your life. And my wisdom engine, comprised of 16 brilliant minds turned into AI, one's ego is for staying anchored in the now, the present, while one's higher self is for connecting with the quantum field, where miracles occur routinely. Now, the cost of truth may be dear, but one must still strive for truth in all matters. Truth has layers. Some may only see partial truths, which to them are the complete truth. Many don't understand the issue all the way through. So if we label 10 levels of understanding as a complete understanding, many might only understand 2 or 3 levels deep. Mainstream media is very good at doing this, and that will lead to temporary solutions, but not holistic solutions involving the optimization of their mind, body, soul. The purpose of life is to reach level 10 truths of understanding. So one may then become enlightened, at which point their inner frequency soars and positively affects those around them, much like leading monks have achieved. Michael Singer, Gautama Buddha, Yogananda are some that come to mind. Now, once one thinks they understand something all the way to level 10, such a truth may still not be level 10, but only appear so. And therefore, one must continue their truth-seeking journey as it is one of the purposes of life. At whatever level one is at in terms of understanding a controversial issue, such as sex and sexuality, one should voice an opinion, write an article, and accept comments and criticisms, because that's how one is going to get closer to level 10. If one is like Galileo, who knew the earth revolved around the sun, one can take the risk of sharing this truth, but should, of course, understand the risks. And in today's world, many words have been weaponized, from words such as psychedelics, though finally accepted more and more. Pedophilia, it's been warped to where teens are calling themselves this term, and age-different relationships are judged harshly, despite research showing the opposite. The term money laundering, where governments and those at the top to do it to their gains at the cost of many. And meanwhile, the average person is penalized, having to pass so many KYC AML checks, which takes time, and this impacts productivity. The word terrorism, the U.S. Patriot Acts are the poster child for warping this term. And you get the idea. There's many of these such terms that have been weaponized, and I know truths about sex, drugs, financial matters that I talk about in my book, Truth to Power, The Insane Asylum, and I always go and include the research documents or links that are relevant to underscore whatever assertions I'm making. And of course, there's some personal accounts from myself and from others, but as many of you know, this didn't stop Google and other major big tech companies from banning my book from the internet, myself included. So it's affected my Instagram and my internet reach, and it is what it is. But the truth can only be suppressed for so long. And the purpose, I find these days, is if one can raise their inner frequency to as high level as possible, then they in turn can help others raise theirs. And this can help us all evolve from this 3D reality of fear into the higher dimension of 5D unconditional love. And according to Bashar, this channeled by Daryl Anka over the last 40 plus years, 2025 to 2027 are the years for this transition to take place. Now, this year has been called the year of letting go, the year of learning that reality is non-dualistic, the year of non-attachment, as this is the way to inner peace and enlightenment, much as the Gautama Buddha experienced from a young age. It's also the year of learning to self-love and being unconditionally loving towards all events as each event unfolds. This is much easier to understand and accept when we see that life happens for us, not to us. So every event is a chance to learn and evolve ourselves. I find that, as Bashar says, do your highest excitements, and that will naturally raise your inner frequency. And so these things include having published my latest book, talking about various aspects of it. Of course, it's chock full of controversial issues that I back up with links and research papers. I've also been using various body, mind, soul, holo-hacking principles to affect the age and the health and in both the mind and the body. And then there's the unique hybridization agenda, which Bashar details. And a friend of mine in Amsterdam who sits with a huge number of paranormal gifts can see into this quantum field to see the true nature of others. And she saw that my energy on the feminine side is massive. Life never ceases to amaze me. It's been a long journey, but from my vast experiences with beyond human individuals that I discuss in detail in my book, I would say that fiction has nothing on the truth.